Hey, it's Rob Gill, Rob GillT channel. And if you haven't watched my channel before, it's all about property, it's all about Cape Town, it's all about South Africa, and it's all about fun as well. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about when you move into your new home and you need Wi-Fi, the internet, what do you choose? Do you choose between LTE, fiber? What's best for you? And I've had a lot of experience with this and a lot of ups and downs. So I thought I'd just chat to you a little bit about it today so that when you move into your new home, you know kind of where you're going with this. It kind of give you some informed advice, let's put it that way. So let's get to it. So while you're here, guys, do me a favor, go down the description and check out the university that shows you how to make a living, how to earn money. It's really great. It's a very, very informative course, and it's all there. It's on the house. Click on the link, go and enjoy it. So the big question you always ask yourself is, what should I use? What internet, what Wi-Fi should I put into my house when I move in? Should I use Wi-Fi from LTE? Should I use LTE? Should I use fiber? What's best, LTE or fiber? And it's a question often asked, especially in South Africa, as to, should I use LTE or fiber in South Africa is a mega question, because fiber's become big time now. But a couple of years ago, LTE came into play. So what we had before that was basically 3G, slow internet, really terrible. And you moved into your house and you thought, well, what am I going to put in? And we didn't have the uncapped internets that was overseas. We had very much the slowest internet in Africa. I think Zimbabwe had faster internet than South Africa at the time. So choices were limited, and if you wanted to start watching TV and that sort of thing on your Wi-Fi, it was near impossible, because if you watched TV for 2 days, your little 10 gigabyte package that you had was up and used up in 2 days, and you had no internet. So watching things online, doing things online, a lot of guys are gaming online, all these kinds of things, you could not do it here. A couple of years ago, they came in with some uncapped internets, which were quite expensive, and along came LTE from one of our, the main provider in South Africa. You'll all know who they are if you live here. Okay. And I'd moved into a place and I thought, well, I'm going to take this on, because I'm not using the decoders anymore and the TV systems and whatnot, and I work a lot online. So I thought, I need an uncapped package where I can work online, I can watch TV, I can do everything online. I just do not want aerials, I don't want anything to do with that sort of thing. So here I went, jumped in and started researching, and LTE came up the best. It was a Wi-Fi package. It all comes on wire. There's no wires, nothing. You just get a modem, and they at that time came and put an aerial in. So I thought, this is brilliant. So they came around, they offered, like at that time it was on 4G, so offering 60 megabytes per second. It seemed quite fast at the time, because you couldn't get anything really faster than 10 or 20. Fiber was sort of coming along, but it wasn't really installed everywhere and that sort of thing. So I went for this. Put the package in. The guy showed me on his computer, 60 megabytes per second, all working beautifully, little aerial outside. And I thought, okay, this is brilliant. Started using it. Thing was, and here's the thing you've got to do when you take these things on, okay, check your fair use policy. I didn't. I had no idea there was a bloody fair use policy. I read the bit that said uncapped internet, use as much as you want, so I did. Put my TVs on it, I was having fun. And within no time, this thing was hardly running. It was running at 1 megabyte per second. I was like, what the hell is going on? Within a couple of weeks, yep, they squeezed it. They slowed it down. They call it throttling. They throttled it right down. And in that property, it was still at least running at 1 megabyte per second or something, and I could still use the internet as such, get on and that sort of thing. But I couldn't do much work. I couldn't do bugger all. It was a mess. But I still kept on with it, and then I moved house, because in that house it actually started slowing down, and it was slowing down to 30 and then 20 at full speeds, and I was like, oh gosh, okay, whatever. Took it with me to the next house, because that was the nice thing about it, portable, it's not stuck in your house. stuck the LTE in there. The aerial outside, waste of time. Tried it. You get the same speed from that as you do from the modem inside the house. And the maximum I could get out of it at the best of times was 20 megabytes per second. And I was like, this thing's supposed to run at 60, 70, it's running at 20. But anyway, used it like that for a while, actually for a couple of years, and they throttled me there. I mean, at the end of the month, I was getting 0.2 megabytes per second. It was like having a landline, the old dial-up sort of internet. It was terrible. Absolutely useless, completely worthless. And of course, they just referred to their fair use policy every time, because I would use a couple hundred gigabytes up within a couple of weeks using TVs and my internet and uploading that sort of thing. It was gone. I was like, okay, this is really totally a waste of time. I'm done with this crap. So now I moved again, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? You know, what should I take? And I looked at the Fibre, and this time I was clever. I looked at all the fair use policies, and they got a thing called Pure Fibre. Now, Pure Fibre, their fair use policy doesn't cap you for sort of just using too much. They cap those guys, or they slow those guys down that are just going crazy, that are absolute nuts, okay? I mean, we're not even in that league. I don't even know what that league is, okay? For what I use it for my TVs and for my work and for my uploading and that sort of thing, it works absolutely amazing. But there are a few tricks to this as well that you've got to know, okay? Because while this is great, while this is absolutely stunning and amazing, and if you put it in, okay, and you stand next to the modem, effectively in the beginning you've got like 2.4 gigahertz or whatever the case, and you start it up, it runs at full. And then you go and put all your Wi-Fi extenders in your computers and systems and whatnot, and when you get there, it's like running at 40 and 60 and 50 megabytes per second, and you've ordered a 100 meg line. And that's the big thing. Don't order a 10 meg line or 20 meg line. It'll work, but to do things properly, and like for what I need a 100 meg line at least, okay? And we don't get 1,000 meg lines here in South Africa like you do in the USA and that sort of thing, so I took the 100 meg line. It's good enough for me, and it does the trick. It runs all my TVs, it runs my computers, and I can do my work, and my son does a lot of uploading, downloading as well. It works perfectly. But with the Pure Fibre, the good thing about it is you don't get throttled. Okay, so you run through the month, you don't have to worry about what you're using and that sort of thing, just like it should be, okay? So that you're already happy with. But then I thought, but why am I not getting full speed off these Wi-Fi situations? I mean, now I've got a modem by the front door. I mean, I can't hard connect it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Running wires all over the house again, not going to do that. So I did a little bit of research, and here's the thing, guys. You've got to connect to the 5 gigahertz, the 5G. The 5G is now out, okay? You've got to connect to the 5G on the modem. And that's where the speed comes from. Because then I connected the phone to the 5G, and all over the house you're getting full speed, 100 megabytes per second. So okay, so that's the trick. Went online, found myself little Wi-Fi, what do you call the Wi-Fi dongles that go on your computer and that sort of thing. Found the ones that can take on 5G, because mine were old. Mine are a couple of years old. They only got the 2.4 gigahertz channel. You need at least 5 gigahertz. So I bought a couple of those, and I bought an expensive one. I bought a cheap one. Cheap one's 250 Rand. What's that like? I don't know, $15 or something like that in America. But so, and it works fine. It works absolutely brilliant. So I went and plugged that into the TV, connected to the 5 gigahertz channel. So this you've got to know. You've got to connect to the 5G. Then you're getting 100 megabytes per second. Then you're getting full speed. So now I'm as happy as, what do you call it? I'm not going to say. But I'm really chuffed, because now everything in the house is running at full speed. Everything's running fine. Nothing's slowing down, just from the little dongle. So every so often you've just got to upgrade your equipment a little bit. And for that, I'm actually going to leave a link down there, and you can have a look around and see what's available. And while you're there, by the way, check out the Varsity. I've got the little Varsity down there for you to go and learn how to make a little bit of extra dosh on the side, or how to make money in general, and how to actually do your thing out there and invest and make some dosh. It's actually quite a cool thing. So check that out, click that link as well. But I'll put some links down there to these types of things, because I found it very interesting. I did my research and I figured out, okay, so number one, you've got to get fiber. Number two, you've got to get at least 100 meg line. That's decent. And number 3, make sure to get that speed, you've got to have a 5G connection. So you just got to get the little dongles that connect in and off you go. So that's it if you're moving into your new home. That's what you do for your internet, just out of interest. I'm no techie, but I thought that would be interesting for everyone to know, at least because nobody was telling me that. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was some kind of insight to you and it helps you along. And while you're here, don't forget, smash the subscribe button on YouTube, like the Facebook page, and follow me on Instagram. Don't forget, leave some comments, let me know what you thought, what you think, and what your opinion is. Maybe you're a technical guy and you know a little bit more than me and you can give me some advice. That would be great. I always enjoy the advice, that always helps and that sort of thing. So till next time, Rob GillT channel signing off. Chat soon. Ciao.